Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood.
Nice clean game, huh?
I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Georgetown Hoyas facing the UCLA Bruins.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. Then it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the 2-guard. To the inside, here's Looney, powered down with both hands.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now the Hoyas with it. And here's Trice. He kicks to Warren. Shot from 12. UCLA grabs the miss.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years. Most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
Trice kicks to Randolph. Randolph a screen. Trice passes to Price. Now here's Randolph. Shot clock at 6. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And Randolph drops them both. And stolen by Freak.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Picked by Randolph. Trice kicks to Hudson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton also coming out of Westwood.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Wow, Greg, all those great players you mentioned with UCLA, a lot of Hall of Famers in that list, Clark.
Yeah, and they've continued that tradition with current NBA stars, Kevin Love and Russell Westbrook, probably the 2 highest profile former Bruins in the NBA today.
And here are the Hoyas now. The pass to Wilson. There's the screen. Here's Felix. UCLA grabs the miss.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. 6 points for Freak.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half. Absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Jung in a two-guard. Thomas is out there with Johnson. Then there's Free, and it's Morris in at the small forward. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Thomas. Looney comes in for Johnson. Campbell, he's checked in for Morris. And Barton subbed in for Free. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, they've got Price. He's out there with Hodges. And it's Gonzalez in at the two-guard spot. Starks checked in for UCLA. Warren's checked in for the Hoyas. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
Jung, he's in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5 spot. And for Georgetown, we've got Hudson. Price is out there with Warren. And it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at shooting guard. Now here's Randolph, 6 to shoot. The Hoyas need to get off a shot. Warren, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Warren's got 10 points. The Bruins leading by 6.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
Jung, he's in at the point. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Georgetown, Hudson is out there with Warren. And it's Trice. Then there's Price, and it's Randolph in at the 2 spot. Here's Jung, and Freak throws it down home.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Warren. And it's the Bruins with the ball. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Jung. Contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on John Trice.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Johnson, he's checked in for Looney. Morris comes in for Campbell. And Freeze subbed in for Fresh. They set the screen. Hodges with a screen on Free. Here's Harkless. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Harkless has got his first bucket in this one. The legendary John Wooden was the coach at UCLA from 1948 until 1975, and Greg, he built his program from obscurity into one of the most storied programs in the country.
Yeah, I mean, he was a fantastic coach, arguably the best of all time, and even a better person by all accounts. I mean, there's a reason why such great awards carry his namesake. He coached a lot of the greats in terms of our game.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Passes it to Gonzalez. Hoyas moving the ball around. Johnson with the block. Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Hodges. Here's UCLA. Jung in at shooting guard. Irving is out there with Johnson. Then there's Free, and it's Morris in at the 3. That one goes. Count it.
And these are exactly the kinds of performances that have people looking at Freak like he's the next big thing.
And with his team up, he knows that blood is in the water. I'm guessing he'll continue to press and look to carry the team on his back. This is a performance that will help define his college career.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. Looney comes in for Irving. Campbell, he's checked in for Morris. And Fresh subbed in for Free. Price dishes to Trice. To the paint. Here's Warren. Boom, he jams it straight down.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
And it's the Bruins with the ball. The Hoyas getting their last shot to go. Here's Jung. Second chance shot. Can't hit. So Georgetown will take it the other way. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Price.
The offense is clicking for him this half. Absolutely clicking. I mean, everything on point and on target.
They set the pick. And there's a minute 45 left in the second half of basketball. Freak kicks to Roberts. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And UCLA leads by 5. And here are the Hoyas now. It's a 5-point game. And that one's good. Price.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
And it's the Bruins with the ball.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Tries with it. Fresh pulls it in. 1:12 left here in the second half of the game. Looney passes to Freak. And the powerful one-handed slam.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
Here's Trice. After the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
And now we've got the intentional foul. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Freak. He's got 21 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Trice kicks to Warren. Buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
.26 seconds left to play here in the second half. Trice kicks to Warren. It's in! .19 seconds left here in the second half. And it's John Trice with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. At the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the second half. The feed now to Hudson for 3. UCLA grabs the miss, and they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and Louisville.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So on the floor for UCLA, Jung in at point guard.
Move the ball.
Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center position. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Now here's Freak. Teardrop shot, and it's blocked. Feeds it to Mack. Can't get it to go. The Bruins go the other way with it. And here's Freak. Shot clock at 6. Sanders with the steal. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Price outside. There's a screen. Out to the wing. Here's Mack. He's guarded by Johnson. Excellent D there by Johnson. Now the dish to Freak. Thomas a screen. Freak kicks to Thomas. Missed inside.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
The shot by Hughes, no good. Here's Barton, guarded by Price. Jung off the mark there with the three-point shot. Johnson against Price. Screened by Russell. Fires from deep. They get it back. Matt. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And these are his second and third free throws tonight. Free throw good. Matt. 2 shots. He doesn't get the second one. And another shot. And the layup by Thomas. Thomas got his first bucket of the night.
You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
They've got Thomas. Russell is out there with Price. And it's Hughes in at the 3, the small forward. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
And one thing that Louisville has is a very good track record of always remaining in the title picture. More often than not, they are considered to have as good a shot as any of winning the tournament. They are truly a college hoops powerhouse.
And for the Bruins, Jung in at shooting guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then there's Free, and it's Roberts in at the 5 down low. And for Louisville, they've got Thomas. Jones is out there with White. Then there's Sanders. And it's Odom in at the point guard position.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half. And Louisville does it with team basketball. I mean, they have their share.
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach, but I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
So on the floor for UCLA, Jung, he's in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center filling out the middle. That one's good, and the Cardinal lead is cut back down again to 6 with the basket from Freak.
Well, guys, for Louisville in the last decade or so, it's been a bit of a renaissance in basketball. Title in 2013 gives them 3 total now. One of the premier programs in the country for sure.
Here's Rozier. They set the pick. Back to Sanders. Passes it to Rozier. 6 to shoot. Payton kicks to White from 12 feet out. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. White's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cardinals. Now Freak. He has 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Freak's got 7 points. Cardinals leading by 6. Here's Rozier. And Mack kicks to Sanders. The shot is off. The Bruins go the other way with it. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals. He hits the second from the line. And here are the Cardinals, leading by 5. Price outside. Dishes to Early. Back to Price. On the wing, Hughes. There's the triple. And he gets it to go. Hughes got himself on the board with 3 there.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's Freak. 8 points for him. And Freak throws it down home.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Outside Russell. The pass to Early. Hughes kicks to Price. Thomas dishes to Price. Hughes the pass to Early. Lets it go from 11. Drained for 2 points. And Louisville leads by 8. And it's the Bruins with the ball. Price is out there with Russell. Then it's Thomas. And it's Hughes in at the 3 spot. And the assist goes to Thomas.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. And the Cardinals making a change here as well. Jones checked in for Mack. Freaks checked in for UCLA. There's 1:40 left here in the second half. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Rozier. Pass to Sanders. He dishes it to Payton. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
That one's good, and the Cardinal lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Fresh.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row. from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Right a screen. The feed to Sanders. He kicks it to Jones. Fires from 14. It's tipped, and he recovers it. The second chance effort. Sanders' shot is off. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jung. It's rebounded by Louisville. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sanders against Campbell. Outside, White. Screen by Jones. White the pass to Rozier. Some nice passing by Louisville here. 5 to shoot. The 3. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
So Louisville wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know it.
Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks facing the UCLA Bruins.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. They've got Duncan, and it's Oubre in at the small forward. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. The Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
The Bruins shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
Tipped away and stolen by Freak. For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And he gets the bucket.
It's, guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud.
Campbell's shot's good. Here's Lee. There's a good screen. He kicks it to Oubre. It's deflected.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. The Bruins shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Here is Williams. Here's Frazier. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
And it's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And it's Freak missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Williams, here we go. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The Bruins making a switch here. Some changes for Kansas. And so here's Kansas. They trail by 3. Jung, he's in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the pivot, manning the middle. Oubre dishes to Duncan. They set the pick. Lee kicks to Duncan. Back to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oubre passes to Lee. Three-pointer. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got 5. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Oubre, and it's Terry in a power forward. Lee with the steal. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. And finished off by Oubre.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Freak following the score by Kansas. 1:11 left here in the first half. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
There's 42 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. Now here's Oubre. Campbell defending. Lee dishes to Oubre.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Oubre's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Freak throws it down.
And folks, those are harps you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the single bonus, and they'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. The Jayhawks shooting their third and fourth free throw shot. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Jung in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5. And for Kansas, they've got Duncan, and it's Terry in at the 4. Freak with it. 11 points in the game. There's the pick. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
Now here's Lee. He's guarded closely. Here's Gaines. Bank shot. No good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Now here's Freak. He's got 15. They get a hand on it. Here's the 3. Tries again. Good. And it's a 5-point Bruin lead.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Oubre. Campbell defending. Oubre, good. Oubre's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. The Bruins leading by 6. Jung, he's in at the point. Thomas is out there with Campbell. Then it's Porter. And it's Roberts in at the 5 spot. Now here's Jenkins. He's tightly guarded. There's the feed to Dedmon. That's good.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Fast break UCLA. Here's Jung. Misses off the right iron. Kansas trails by 4. And Jenkins kicks to Lee. Pass to Gaines. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And now here's Lee, the fast break opportunity. Campbell shot's good. And UCLA leads by 4. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bruins.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jayhawks. Terry's checked in, and it's Duncan in for Jenkins. Lee passes to Gaines. The jump hook lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Here's Jung. Terry grabs the board.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
Here's Gaines. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second half.
Come as clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
And so here's Kansas. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second half. Shot from 16. Kept alive. Here's Terry. And the Jayhawks again can't hit. And Freak throws it down.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
Inside, Duncan dishes to Terry. The three ball. It counts. And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy. Lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough. Which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done?
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hopkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in a power forward position.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Bruins shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Both shots good from the stripe. Hawkins with it. To the wing on the left. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Hawkins with it. Out defended by Freak. Shot's good. Evans has got his second basket of the night.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
Evans has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Hawkins. And it's Freak missing.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And it's Hill. That time the assist by Hawkins. Hill's got his first points of the night.
Fire that pass down the court, guys. I mean, that's the best way to keep the fast break moving.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. And he gets it to go.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Jung, he's in at point guard. Johnson is out there with Thomas. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard. And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Wade in at the 5. Wisconsin trails by 5. And for the Bruins, Jung, he's in at the point. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Thomas, and it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Now here's Payton. Hawkins shot good.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring. And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Left side, Gibson. Passes to Hawkins. Here's Decker. Hands it from downtown. Decker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Bruins on top, up by 2. We'll see you after. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot. Outside Hill. Kaminsky sets the pick for Hill. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Here's Jung. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a game we've seen here for Freak. He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Free throw good, Freak.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
Hill drives in. Banked in off the glass. Hill's got 6 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Hawkins kicks to Kaminsky. Stolen away. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
I want you to focus on getting to the rim. Let's look to attack quickly.
Irving's checked in for UCLA. Porter comes in for Freak.
Rotate.
Wisconsin trails by 8. Jung in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Move the ball.
There's the 3. And it's Wade with the rebound.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Hawkins. And it's Freak missing. Here's the Badgers with the ball. 4-point game. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Kaminsky is checked in for Wisconsin. Hill comes in for Peyton. Hill dishes to Evans. No good. The Bruins go the other way with it. A minute 50 left to play here in the second half. Here's Jung, and he slams it one-handed.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
.141 left here in the second half. And here is Hill. There's a screen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Clock at 6. And the dunk to finish it off by Beauty.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I It's going to give them a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Here's Decker. Hill passes to Kaminsky. Evans right side. Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
40 seconds left in the second half. Now, Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Question, then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
And a lot of scoring here late, but there hasn't been any defense to speak of.
No, there really hasn't been, Greg, but that doesn't mean we haven't liked it. I mean, the highlight reel is being overwhelmed and overworked.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Hill kicks to Kaminsky. Here's Decker. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
Boy, you can actually feel it. It's palpable. The energy level on both sides has really gone up a bunch.
And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. Hill. So it's UCLA picking up the win. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the last team standing in this terrific tournament.
Kevin, you said, I mean, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, now you see it paying off at this very moment.
There's been a ton of sacrifice along the way. I mean, from the kids and their parents and support staff. I mean, they've brought this school to the top of the college basketball world right now.
Well, it's been a blast to be with you guys and our great fans all tournament long. On behalf of the entire 2K sports team and this crew in particular, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking and vibing, I love it, freaking and vibing. This freaking and vibing thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in line, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's a plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But bam! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
Don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
why.
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what I do. I am the best at what I do. Nobody is better.
30 seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you, son.
Love you too, son. Bye.
We met working at the post office together. Martha was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select the 19-year-old point guard from UCLA.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
The one who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I like to thank my lady Yvette. My dude, Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, hold him in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you uptown.
He's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
Oh, get him, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibration.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.